Hello everyone. Welcome to week 2 of our AI Fluency Program for high school teachers. Last week, we established a foundation by exploring what AI is, its basic capabilities, and how it's being used in educational contexts. We also discussed the importance of guiding students in appropriate AI use. Today, we're going to deepen our understanding by exploring how large language models actually work. We will then go into subject-specific AI tools you can use in your classrooms, assessment design strategies in the age of AI, and finally creating effective classroom AI policies. Our goal today is to give you both the technical understanding and practical strategies you need to effectively integrate AI into your teaching practice while guiding students in responsible AI use. By the end of this session, you'll have a clearer picture of how AI functions under the hood and concrete approaches for using AI tools in your specific subject areas. Let's begin by demystifying how large language models like ChatGPT actually work. When we interact with tools like ChatGPT, it can seem almost magical how they generate human-like text. But there's no magic involved, just a lot of data, pattern recognition, and probability. Large language models are trained on massive datasets of text from books, articles, websites, and other sources. For example, GPT-4 was trained on hundreds of billions of words. During training, the model learns patterns, relationships, and structures in language. Think of it like a student who has read millions of books and articles. This student doesn't necessarily understand everything they've read the way humans do, but they've become extremely good at recognizing patterns and predicting what words typically follow other words in different contexts. Let me break down the technical process into 4 key steps that you can also explain to your students. Let's start with tokenization. First, the model breaks text into smaller units called tokens. These might be words, parts of words, or even individual characters. For example, the sentence "I love teaching" might be broken into the tokens "I love teaching." On to embeddings. Next, these tokens are converted into numerical vectors, essentially long lists of numbers that represent their meaning. Words with similar meanings have similar numerical representations. Then we move to the transformer architecture. These embeddings are then processed through a neural network called a transformer. The transformer uses a mechanism called attention to analyze relationships between different parts of the text, and then prediction. Finally, based on the patterns it has learned, the model predicts the most likely next word or sequence of words to follow what it has been given. Here's an analogy you might use with students. Imagine you've read every book in a massive library. If someone gives you the beginning of a sentence, you could make an educated guess about how it might continue based on similar sentences you've read before. You're not creating new knowledge, you're drawing on patterns you've observed. That's essentially what LLMs do, but on a much larger scale and with mathematical precision. They don't know facts the way humans do. They recognize patterns in text. Let's explore specific AI tools that you can use in your subject areas. I'll highlight tools for different disciplines, and you can explore those most relevant to your teaching. English and language arts. For English and language arts teachers, AI offers powerful tools for writing, reading, and language development. Grammarly goes beyond basic grammar checking. The AI can suggest style improvements and tone adjustments for student writing. NoRedInk is a platform that personalizes grammar and writing practice based on student interests and needs. Rewordify simplifies complex text for different reading levels, making literature more accessible to struggling readers. With Book Creator, students can create digital books with AI assistance for illustrations and formatting. And finally, ChatGPT for literature analysis. Students can use prompts like "Analyze the symbolism in Chapter 3 of The Great Gatsby" to get starting points for literary analysis. Math teachers can leverage tools like Photomath that solves and explains math problems from photos, showing step-by-step solutions. Desmos This interactive graphing calculator now includes AI features to help students visualize mathematical concepts. MathSpace provides personalized step-by-step feedback on math problems as students work through them. Wolfram Alpha is a computational knowledge engine that can solve complex math problems and show the work. Khan Academy Khanmigo is an AI tutor specifically designed for mathematics concepts. Science educators have these powerful tools available. Labster, virtual lab simulations with AI guidance, allowing students to conduct experiments safely. PhET interactive simulations, physics and chemistry simulations that adapt to student interactions. The third one is INC ETS, virtual labs with real-time assessment of scientific inquiry skills. Gizmos, interactive science simulations with AI-enhanced feedback on student hypotheses and conclusions. And then AI-generated diagrams. Tools like ChatGPT can create explanatory diagrams of scientific processes when prompted correctly. Social studies for history, geography, and civics teachers. 1. History Forge creates interactive historical scenarios based on real events. 2. Google Earth with AI features, geographic exploration with AI-enhanced information layers. 3. iCivics, civics education games and simulations that adapt to student choices. 4. Newzilla, current events articles at adjustable reading levels with AI-generated comprehension questions. 5. Timeline.js creates interactive timelines with AI assistance for historical events. And finally, here are some tools that can benefit teachers across all subjects. Curipod creates interactive lessons in minutes using AI. Eduaid AI provides over 100 resource types for creating instructional materials. Quizzes designs personalized learning paths based on student responses. SlidesGo creates presentations quickly with AI Presentation Maker. And ChatGPT for lesson planning can generate differentiated activities, discussion questions, and assessment ideas. I encourage you to explore 2 or 3 tools most relevant to your subject area this week. Remember, the goal isn't to use AI for everything, but to find specific applications where it can enhance your teaching and your students' learning. One of the biggest challenges teachers face with AI is rethinking assessment. When students can generate essays, solve math problems, and answer factual questions using AI, how do we ensure they're actually learning? Let's explore 2 complementary approaches: AI-resistant assessment strategies and AI-enhanced assessment approaches. AI-resistant assessment strategies. These strategies focus on creating assessments that are difficult for AI to complete effectively. Personalization and student voice. Instead of generic prompts like, write an essay about climate change, try, explain how climate change might affect our local community in the next decade. Reflect on how your personal experiences connect to our reading of The Great Gatsby. Choose a format, essay, podcast script, or visual presentation, to demonstrate your understanding of cell division. These personalized prompts require students to incorporate their unique perspectives and experiences, something AI cannot authentically replicate. Creativity-focused assessments move beyond traditional formats with assessments like creating a comic strip explaining a historical event, composing a song that demonstrates understanding of scientific principles, designing a physical model that represents a mathematical concept, writing a short story from the perspective of a historical figure. While AI can generate creative content, these assessments require students to make unique creative choices and often involve non-digital components. Collaboration and oral communication. Incorporate assessments that require real-time human interaction, structured debates on course topics, group problem-solving activities with defined roles, oral presentations with Q&A sessions, peer teaching opportunities. These activities develop crucial communication skills while being naturally resistant to AI completion. Assessment as learning experience design assessments that are valuable learning experiences in themselves, project-based learning with real community impact, performance assessments where students demonstrate skills in authentic contexts, portfolio development with reflection on growth over time. These approaches focus on the process of learning rather than just the final product, shifting from policing to empowering. Rather than just trying to prevent AI use, consider establishing clear guidelines about when AI use is appropriate, teaching students to critically evaluate AI-generated content, having students document and reflect on their AI use. This approach acknowledges that AI is here to stay and focuses on teaching responsible use. On the flip side, we can also leverage AI to improve our assessment practices, adaptive testing and personalized assessments. AI can help create assessments that adjust to student performance in real time. Questions that increase or decrease in difficulty based on previous answers, personalized problem sets that target specific learning gaps, assessments that adapt to different learning styles. AI-driven formative assessments use AI to provide more frequent, low-stakes feedback. Quick comprehension checks that identify misconceptions, automated feedback on writing or problem solving that students can immediately apply, progress monitoring that helps students visualize their growth, bias detection and fairness checks. AI can help ensure our assessments are fair for all students, identifying potentially biased language in questions, ensuring assessment materials are accessible to diverse learners, analyzing patterns in assessment results to identify potential inequities. Data analytics for improvement AI can analyze assessment data to improve teaching, identifying concepts that many students struggle with, recognizing patterns in student misconceptions, suggesting targeted interventions based on assessment results. The balanced approach. The most effective strategy combines both approaches, creating some assessments that are AI-resistant and leveraging AI to enhance others. Consider creating an assessment matrix for your courses that includes in-class, supervised assessments where AI use is restricted, take-home assessments where AI is allowed as a tool with proper documentation, collaborative projects where AI serves as a resource for the group, reflective assignments about the role of AI in the subject area. This balanced approach prepares students for a world where they'll need to both work with AI and demonstrate uniquely human capabilities. Now that we've explored assessment strategies, let's discuss how to develop clear classroom policies around AI use. Having explicit guidelines helps students understand expectations and develops their AI literacy. The red light, yellow light, green light. System 1 effective framework is the traffic light system that clearly communicates when and how AI can be used. Red light, AI-free zones. These are tasks where AI use is prohibited, in-class tests and quizzes, initial drafts of creative writing, personal reflection assignments, skill demonstration activities. For these assignments, be clear about the consequences of unauthorized AI use and why these activities are valuable without AI assistance. Yellow light, AI-assisted work. These are tasks where limited AI use is permitted with disclosure, research assistance and summarization, grammar and style checking, translation assistance, brainstorming ideas. For yellow light assignments, require students to document their AI use, including what prompts they used, how they verified or modified the AI output, what they learned from the interaction. Green light, AI-empowered activities. These are tasks where AI use is encouraged, learning to write effective prompts, comparing AI outputs to evaluate quality, creating AI-generated content for analysis, collaborative projects with AI as a team member. Green light activities explicitly teach AI literacy and help students develop skills in working with AI tools. Decision tree framework for assignment design. When creating assignments, consider using this decision tree to determine appropriate AI policies. 1. Does the assignment assess skills that AI can easily replicate? 2. If yes, consider redesigning or using in-class assessment. 3. Would AI assistance enhance or undermine the learning objectives? 4. If enhance, consider allowing limited AI use. 5. If undermine, restrict AI use. 6. Can students clearly articulate their AI use and learning process? 7. Require process documentation and reflection. 8. Does the assessment include elements AI cannot easily replicate? 9. Personal experiences, in-class components, unique perspectives. 10. Have clear expectations been communicated about AI use? 11. Explicit guidelines in assignment instructions. Implementing AI literacy in your classroom. Beyond policies, actively teach AI literacy through 1. Explicit instruction on AI capabilities and limitations. 2. How AI works at a basic level. 3. What AI can and cannot do well. 4. How to evaluate AI-generated content. 5. Guided practice with AI tools. 6. Supervised exploration of educational AI tools. 7. Prompt engineering practice. 8. Comparing and critiquing AI outputs. 9. Critical thinking about AI ethics. 10. Discussions about bias, privacy, and academic integrity. 11. Case studies of AI use and misuse. 12. Developing personal ethical frameworks for AI use. 13. Documentation and reflection. 14. Process journals documenting AI use. 15. Reflection on how AI affected learning outcomes. 16. Metacognitive analysis of when AI was helpful versus limiting. By implementing these policies and literacy practices, you help students develop a nuanced understanding of how to work with AI responsibly, a crucial skill for their future education and careers. Today, we've covered a lot of ground, from the technical workings of large language models to practical assessment strategies and classroom policies. Let's recap our key points. Large language models work by recognizing patterns in massive datasets of text, not by understanding in the way humans do. Secondly, there are powerful AI tools available for every subject area that can enhance both teaching and learning when used thoughtfully. 3. Assessment in the age of AI requires both AI-resistant strategies and AI-enhanced approaches to ensure authentic learning. And lastly, clear classroom policies using frameworks like the red light, yellow light, green light system help students develop AI literacy. For this week's assignment, you'll be exploring 2-3 AI tools specific to your subject area, redesigning one assessment to be either more AI-resistant or to thoughtfully incorporate AI, drafting a classroom AI policy for one of your courses. In our next session, we'll focus on implementing these ideas in your specific teaching contexts and addressing the challenges that arise. Are there any questions before we wrap up? Allow time for questions and discussion. Thank you for your engagement today. Remember, our goal isn't to become AI experts overnight, but to develop the fluency we need to guide our students in this rapidly evolving landscape. I look forward to seeing your work this week and continuing our journey next time.